BU men's lacrosse opened a Saturday doubleheader against Lafayette at Nickerson Field. The Terriers and Leopards traded goals in the first quarter before BU's all-time leading scorer, James Burr, gave the Terriers a 3-2 advantage.
They're going to be organized and they're going to get their chances to score.
Familiar with volunteer assistant for BU, Judd Lattimore, as you get a high goal up top. Beautifully played by Brendan Homeyer, the senior midfielder. Lafayette opened the second quarter with back-to-back goals, and Brian Ness knotted up the game at 4. But BU exploded with an 11-1 goal-scoring run that carried into the fourth quarter.
But, you know, it's proliferating at some high schools that have had it for a while, like Rumson.
What an answer. Doesn't take long when James Burr can activate like that. BU dominated at the face-off X thanks to Sean Chrisman, who went 23 for 26 and scored directly off the draw to make it 6-4 BU in the second quarter. BU presses it up and bounced in. A face-off win and a goal back-to-back. Sean Chrisman doing it all.
Great push forward by Chrisman.
Brendan Homeyer led BU with 4 goals in the game and extended the Terrier lead to 11-5 after halftime. 1-minute penalty was assessed to Pat Tully before halftime, and BU cashes in right away. Freshman Timmy Lay scored twice in a row during the third and finished with a hat trick, while Burr also tallied 3 goals of his own. That's key with a program that's trying to build up, facing some adversity, and there's a bounce shot goal. Right on cue, Timmy Lay off a turn, and freshman's having himself a day.
Jumped off the pick and made a great play.
Great find by Chris Gray, and it's Timmy Lay yet again. One of the most well-rounded games we've seen this year from BU. Chase Levesque, look at all the passes in front, and that frees up James Burr. The all-time leading goal scorer for BU has another, and now the lead swells 15-5. National point leader Chris Gray recorded 9 points in the game with 3 goals, including the final tally for BU that marked a season high for goal scoring as a team. One more goal would give BU its best offensive outburst of the year, and there it is. Chris Gray wasting no time. 17 strikes for the Terriers today. A dominant day for BU ended with a 17-9 score to remain perfect all-time against Lafayette. Next up, the Terriers hit the road for a 2-game swing against 2 of the top teams in the Patriot League, with Lehigh on March 30th and Army West Point on April 6th. I'm Kevin Gale, joined by BU men's lacrosse head coach Ryan Poley after this decisive win over Lafayette. A nice bounce back after the Battle of Boston loss against Harvard, and this was a day when you dominated possession, 24 of 29 at the face-off X.
Yeah, I was just really proud of the guys and how we responded. It was certainly a little bit of a hangover on Wednesday and Thursday. It was a super physical game, and obviously it was a super emotional game. And you know, to come up on the losing end of it, I was really proud of how we responded and came out and played a really strong game today.
Sophomore Chris Gray is already the leading point getter in the country. He comes away with 9 more points today. What makes him so special, especially right here on his home field?
Just his ability to read a defense, and he's got such great stick work, and his vision is outstanding. He's so unselfish, but then he's really athletic and create his own shot. So we've been asking Chris to look more for his shot and look to score a little bit more. Teams have been concentrating on skip passes and him as a feeder. So we've encourage Chris to look more for a shot, and I think he responded with 4 or 5 goals today and a bunch of assists.
Senior Brendan Homeyer matched his career high with 4 more goals again today. What steps have you seen in his game during his final run through the Patriot League?
We challenged Brendan in the offseason that if we were going to be a strong team, that he was going to have to be one of our leaders offensively and be more productive. So he's been a great leader. Obviously, we named him captain midway through the season because of that. And then certainly just his offensive production has been outstanding. So he's obviously drawing the #1 long stick midi, but he continues to find those open seams and shoot the ball really well. So happy for Brendan.
Finally, your team heads out on the road against some of the best teams in the Patriot League. What do you hope to learn learn about Terrier Lacrosse the next 2 days?
We're going to take it one game at a time. Obviously, if you kind of look at down the stretch and how successful those teams are, it can be a little daunting. And the only thing that we're going to worry about is just Lehigh, and they're a great team and a great program, and all we can really worry about that. They're great at the X, really good defensively, good in the goal, and have some great offensive players. So every Patriot League is a grind. Every game's a grind, and today was no different. It was 4-4 midway through the second quarter, and then we went on a little bit of a run. But to just think that we can take any team for granted or start looking past anybody is just unrealistic. So we'll have a great week of practice, go down to Bethlehem and play a great game.
Well, congrats on getting by Lafayette today, and best of luck on the road.
Okay, thank you very much.